Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Great Line, the show where we're all right and wrong at the same time. I'm joined this time by my compadres, my three caballeros. In this case, why don't you guys introduce yourselves this time?
What's up? It's Edgelord.
That was
How goes it,
Anthony.
everybody? How goes it, everybody? Tis I, Codex Prime.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Mickey.
You sound like you just sucked on a balloon and it didn't have enough helium, and it didn't.
You
No,
realize,
it's
you realize
freaking
the way we
Anthony's
no,
introduction got me.
No, the way no, here's the thing. We introduce ourselves the best way possible. I'm just out here being a fucking moron. John's just trying to be, straight up, and Mickey's just like, can't fucking do it.
Hi everybody, it's me, Mickey.
I mean, I'm trying to. It's just like freaking. It's Edgelord. I'm like, what the heck, man?
All right, with that, we're up to the best start that I could have actually asked for, and
I got you.
yeah. Well, with that said, we're gonna try to actually have a more casual conversation rather than the one that I have with HBI 2K, since this is actually a casual topic this time, and because, again, Super Mario Brothers, the 35 years old. Some people, like only a few certain people, are older than this thing by this point. Um, but with that said, thoughts, just general thoughts before we jump into topic to topic.
I think we should just fucking talk.
I mean
Bruh.
I mean that's technically what a podcast is, but okay.
Yeah, like what the hell? You're just gonna jump straight into podcasting and be like,
Yeah,
no, we don't need to
jump
talk.
straight
We don't need to have like general thoughts. Let's just talk about shit. But bro, calm down.
We don't need to podcast. We just got a podcast.
Yeah, I'm just like.
exactly.
Okay, doing this fast enough.
Oh,
All right,
God.
Kora's first thoughts, like just opening thoughts.
I think just general impressions of like the Super Mario Direct that we got. In all honesty, me being like the giant Mario Brothers fan and Mario fan that I am, I have a lot to look forward to with this 35th anniversary. Just with like all the stuff that they had announced and yeah, just everything that was shown off just gives me more energy as a kid again. Like I feel like I'm just 7 years old, picking up Mario again, and I can be like super happy. So I'm really excited for this stuff.
I'm really glad about that, Anthony.
Well, all I gotta say is, after watching the direct at least a little bit, I didn't see much of it, but I saw enough. Like, oh man,
I saw a plumber. I saw a game.
I saw a plumber. I saw a game. I put two and two together, and then I realized, oh shit, we're getting new Mario shit. And then I see, oh my fucking god, it's Mario 64. It's Sunshine and Galaxy bundled into a package on the Switch, along with Super Mario 3D World, and I'm just like, bucket list. Because, look, I haven't had too much history like John has with Mario, but god damn, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't a huge Mario fan. And just seeing, god, 35 fucking years. 35 years, man. That shit's like actually crazy that he's able to go so long and still do so much, you know.
Meanwhile,
I'm just happy that this shit exists.
you have his counterpart on his 20s, like just questioning about whether or not he should shoot itself in the foot, but whatever.
Bro, look, all I'm gonna say about Sonic is that like he's almost reached his 30, but like I swear to God, 30.
He's
like,
having
my
his
hope
midlife
is-
crisis already.
He's already.
He's absolutely having his midlife crisis.
No, he's already having
having his
Alzheimer. If you ask me, already coming out. But all right.
Just ain't a competition.
Yeah. Make it.
All right, so, dude, I am pumped for this because one, if I'm able to get the money to grab the 3D collection, bro, I can finally play Sunshine. Hell yeah!
Oh, you never
Uh,
play Sunshine?
I've
Really?
never played Sunshine. I've never had a GameCube long enough to actually wanting to get Sunshine.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Huh.
Like, the only way I had to play GameCube games for a while was a Wii, and now I don't even have a Wii because that was left up where I moved from. But no, it's also like 3D World, man. I still haven't gotten my replacement copy that because I left my 3D World with my brother. It's like, you can have it, and he was told, yeah, no, we'll buy you a new one because you're being nice. I'm like, all right, still haven't gotten it.
Fancy that.
Years later.
All right. All right. Like you guys are pretty much covering those bases, but like, let's start off with something really good, which is Super Mario Brothers 1 and 2 on the Game and Watch. What the fuck was that? What the fuck?
Okay.
This thing is honestly very genius. Like, I've never had a Game and Watch, but this is like incentivizing me to actually like get one.
Yeah.
Like,
Obviously,
like-
the one that they're showing.
Well, yeah. I mean, not to be that pleb, but at the same time, it's like, oh, this
No,
thing
no,
looks so
no,
cool.
just,
I want
just,
one.
just a little bit to be a pleb. Just a little bit.
Well, shit. Like, I mean, on one hand, there's because I didn't quite get the measure. Like, is it each Game and Watch per game, or is it the two games in one Game and Watch?
I think it's just both games and then Game and Watch Ball on the one system. Plus, it has like it has a clock feature, I think, which was part of like old Game and Watch systems as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's literally Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, Game and Watch Ball, and then that clock feature in this thing.
Yeah.
Is it the Lost Levels or is it just like straight up Super Mario Bros. 2?
No, it's Lost Levels.
It's Lost Levels.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's both an NES filter, or at least NES presentation, and the fucking clock, man. I love the little one with Yoshi, and you're like, oh shit, that looks nice.
Yeah, it looks adorable.
Mickey?
Yeah, I mean, with the Game and Watch, we've come a long way with technology in general to where we can cram it, but still have that old school feel.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Because back then it was actually just LCDs, burned onto the screen.
and LSDs, but that's a different topic. That's a different.
Yeah, but now LSD.
Interesting.
But no, now it's actually like an LCD screen where it doesn't like burn in the old thing, which I mean will lose a little bit of the charm that the Game & Watch had, but at the same time, I also think this was really clever how they did it.
Yeah. And all right, but again, that was a good novelty like to start off. Again, like the presentation was 16 minutes long, but my God, there's a lot to unpack on just the second topic alone, which is again what thing that we kind of already expected since the very beginning of the Switch's lifespan. Super Mario World coming to Switch with an expansion pack.
Yeah, in
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
Oh no. You go ahead, John.
Well, I was just gonna say it. Like, I'm surprised that we had to wait like this long for 3D World because we waited just about like a few months to get Mario Kart again.
Yeah.
But like I will say like this was like one of the fun aspects of the Wii U. Like, it was honestly like one of the really fun platformers that the Wii U had in its lifetime. And I'm kind of surprised like Nintendo just didn't decide to like just port over the thing like as soon as possible. But again, better late than never, I suppose. But with that expansion pack, there's a lot to unpack with that expansion pack because it could either be just like a whole new world that you can go in towards, or a theory that I was throwing out with Mickey was that it could be like its own open world area. Because if you go in and like analyze it a little bit, it looks like one gigantic level, like the levels that you would see in Super Mario Odyssey. So maybe it's like that precursor of like Odyssey 2, where you can integrate power-ups into like bigger areas to platform in.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly really excited to see where Bowser's Fury like actually takes the 3D world aspect.
Yeah, and if you look up on Twitter, yeah, somebody already made the edit. Bowser's a furry. Yeah, Bowser's a furry.
Bowser's a furry.
Dude, Bowser. Oh man, we have
Bowser's been a
and now we-
furry since the beginning. Let's be real here.
Oh no, yeah.
I mean, he's a turtle. He's already a furry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, but no, like, the mere existence of like extra stuff, like again, it's nothing new. Like we technically also got that in Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, which again they could have easily just ported all of the stages from Wii and put them on U, but no,
Yeah.
they went a little extra further by also adding Peach Head, which the internet is very grateful if you guys remember with Bowser.
Dude, those were dark times on Twitter.
Yeah.
Very dark times.
Like on Twitter, DeviantArt, pretty much everything that could have image.
Not even my mind was safe.
Dude, look.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna be honest. The day I saw Bowser was the day my innocence officially died. Any hope of innocence
You
died
liar.
on that day. What
You
the fuck
liar.
liar.
You are an absolute freaking liar.
Yeah, but I call bullshit on that too, buddy. I'm sorry. I call.
Yep.
You guys know me too well. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and we're not gonna. And this podcast will make sure that people know you well as well. But
Fuck.
Hey, got him. Dab.
Oh, I know damn well you ain't bringing back the dab.
I just dabbed.
Yeah,
Same here.
I know him enough. Personally, I still have my Wii U to this day, like because that's how I got Breath of the Wild the first time. But I still play 3D World from that time because I did love the 3D formula. That format looked like I like that's kind of what I always felt the new Super Mario should have been, because like just an actual transition into that, since it's literally the 2D games in 3D, which again, like I'm so on about it. And 3D World was my favorite of the two. I know that's kind of a debate of that, but whatever, it's my favorite. And it has so much personality, so much color, and so much fucking jazz. That soundtrack, I can't wait to play that shit again.
Yeah, the game just oozes charm to its core.
Yeah.
Like there's so much love and passion in this project, and like a lot of people can tell you otherwise, but there is clear passion in this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, and also because it is a rumor. There's nothing confirmed, but it is a rumor. Online multiplayer for this game.
Okay, that honestly is the one thing that I'm just like, okay, hold up. How exactly are they gonna do it? Like, is it gonna be like campaign or something co-op, or is it gonna be like party games?
You know, I'm pretty sure it's probably just gonna be the campaign, because let's be real here. When they ported over New Super Mario U Deluxe and even like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, they didn't add like party modes or gimmicks or stuff like that. The last time they ever did that was for, I would say, back in the GameCube and DS days. Like Super Mario 64 DS.
Oh,
had,
that
like,
shit was amazing.
Dude, 64 DS was really good, but it also added like a lot more replayability because of all those mini games that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
My man
He added
Luigi.
stars.
Yeah,
My
you had,
man Luigi.
yeah, you could play as Luigi, you could play as Wario, you could play as Yoshi. Again, that's kind of the thing that I kind of wanted for 3D All Stars, but again, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just very happy.
Oh,
that
we'll
it-
get
it-
there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
Trust me,
we'll
I do
get
have-
there.
I have something to say about that specifically.
No, no,
but when
there's
it
a
comes
lot.
Down to,
There's a
when it comes
lot.
Down to, oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I'm really sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, all I was just gonna say was like, here's the thing. If that shit that is just like co-op campaign, like you can just have some friends join you guys. Do you realize how fucking chaotic that shit would be, especially with the double cherry? Think about it.
That's
Four people with double cherries.
that.
Mario.
I mean, that
If
was
you-
already a thing. That was already.
Yeah, exactly. If you play the game already, that's not even chaotic in and of itself. What has me concerned, and Mickey and I kind of touched upon this as well, is how the camera is going to work. Because in 3D World, it kind of fixed on one person as they were progressing through the level, and the characters just kind of moved in with bubbles. So, in the online aspect, is it going to be fixed on your single character, or the one character that's progressing through the level?
Yeah,
I
that.
feel like considering, especially since it'd be online, I feel like honestly, I think maybe you'd actually have the option to just like zoom in on one particular character, like your own character, and have them do their own thing without, you know, having to be rushed or pushed in a bubble or anything.
You say that, however, we have again Mario Maker 2, which did fall under that problem.
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot to unpack. Where, like, again, for everyone, just that they tend to be like, oh, they can just do this and this. Like, no, listen. This shit's difficult to do. This shit's hard to make, and even something like having everybody do their own thing is very complicated. Like, hell, the only game that kind of focused on that was that Castlevania online game that let you play as every iteration of the. It was a weird Metroidvania that allowed you to play as 8-bit Belmont, Symphony of the Night, Alucard, and shit like that. And
Jeez.
Weird.
And again, the game was fun, but that was kind of the thing that they were going for. Unless you play the multiplayer, which will make the camera just go zoom out and more and more and more until everybody was together again. It was stupid and it was awful, and it was also
Yeah.
hilarious to watch. It was, but however, like you can watch it on Game Explain. However, because of that, I think that if there's online, I have the concern that they might do that same shit again. Although I really hope, like, and the ideal thing will be that everybody has their own screen, and as soon as somebody finishes that section of the level, they all get teleported, like it will happen in the actual game in the Wii U version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like because otherwise, if you put online and don't do that, that's just gonna break itself. Like with no issue, because again, put online on a platformer that has a specific goal but also collectible. Like some people will just it will become a mess unless you have your specific friends to play with. So
Yeah.
that on a debate that is its own thing to discuss, because I like, okay, that sounds really cool but very easy to fuck up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
super,
for sure.
Super easy.
And like the thing is a lot of the times you can't even predict what the friends you know that you play with are gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's if you don't give them a specific camera for each person who's online, then it's not gonna work, because it's gonna break people's sanities. It's going to make people angry at each other, and they're gonna start yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
God
I-
knows when it comes to the four of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
God
no.
knows we're gonna be screaming
y'all
at
are
each
gonna
other.
fucking Kill me. Y'all are gonna
And-
fucking kill me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even
and
on the
I
window
wanna say I'm looking at the Super Mario 3D World Plus page. It does literally say online play. So
Oh, okay. I mean, again, it can mean anything. It can mean that they're bringing back the stamps and shit like that. It can mean that.
Well, considering Miiverse kind of died and Nintendo doesn't have like its own like community-based communication stuff like that anymore, I don't think it's going to be in that regard. So there's a strong probability that they are going to integrate multiplayer, like online multiplayer, for this game.
Mhm.
But something that I was thinking about, and then watching the Bowser's Fury little snippet again, because again, I think I'm honest to God willing to believe it's going to be like an open world area that people can just explore. So I'm willing to bet, like the things that we're saying, like everyone is going to have a fixed camera, is going to be the way that Nintendo is going to approach this. Because if Bowser's Fury is going to be this whole open world experience and just have tons upon tons of mobility that each character can progress through, they're going to need their own separate camera. So
Yeah.
if it's all fixed on one person and they're on a different part of an island, players are going to be super upset and they can't explore the rest of the island. They have to be focused on the one player.
Yeah.
So in a sense, I think they're probably going to go with like a fixed camera for each set player. But if they don't, it's going to be really damaging to Bowser's Fury, in the sense if it is like an open world area that you can explore.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
I want to point this out. I'm looking at the Super Mario Odyssey, and it has leaderboards and all that. It does not actually have online play in its online support.
that can also mean
Oh yeah,
that. Like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
So I'm pretty sure it's online co-op.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, then again, I don't remember 3D World actually having like a competitive edge to it.
the only
at least I don't-
Well,
the closest thing was again who's gonna hold the crown at the end of each stage.
Yeah, that was it. It didn't have like
That crown will
leaderboards
be
or stuff
mine.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna let you all know beforehand. If we play this, I'm Luigi. I don't care.
But
I honestly really don't care who I am. Give me fucking Rosalina, I swear to God.
No, she's mine. Fuck you.
Fine,
Piss
I'll
off.
be Mario.
Fine.
all right, I'm gonna float my way to the goal pole instead. Okay.
No, honestly, I don't mind being Mario. John, you can be Space Waifu all you want, man. That
Hell
ain't
yeah.
a problem.
Hell yeah.
Spin that flagpole.
So it doesn't matter. We all need to hit the fucking goal poles at the end, but then okay, like any extra things I want to add about the 3D World stuff?
Honestly, again, just to freaking bounce off of what John said, how I don't know why it took them this freaking long, especially because of the sales of New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like those games were massive successes.
The fact that
on the Switch.
the fact that Mario Kart 8 is still, I mean, it can also be the fact that it's on bundles, like it is the most common one to find on bundle. But the fact that that one is still on the fucking top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the reason why they waited so long is they wanted to do an expansion for the Switch, and they just didn't have ideas yet.
Oh.
Yeah, or again,
It could be.
like just the fact that okay, we're keeping this as a backlog, like just for whenever something happens that we can't make games anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and speaking of something that just seems like that, like just to have that segue, fucking Mario 35.
So yet another Nintendo Battle Royale.
Like,
It's basically Tetris 99 but with 35 players. And in all honesty, rip the guy who made the original Mario Battle Royale.
yeah, I mean, wasn't that the point of the arcade version where you can play as other people?
Oh god, I don't remember.
Like, yeah, like in that one, if I recall, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Mario Royale is still around, as well as No Mario Sky. Remember that
Yeah.
shit? But like, it's all, but again, it's kind of a niche thing that it's part of the like that thing that the biggest highlight for that is the fact that it's part of the online service. Like that actually, like good on them for adding that as a free bonus for the membership. I think that if, like the low price is already good enough, especially since the netcode is getting there. Like at least that's my
Yeah.
best way to put it.
Yep.
But now adding that to the adding that as alongside the SNES and the NES Netflix kind of thing, like I think we're now reaching on a point where the membership is actually worth just on its own, like without the games.
Yeah.
Yep. And dude, when we get to this, I'll talk about it and how happy I am about it. But let's continue on with what we got next.
I mean, I just want to go with like anything that you want to add about this particular one.
Yeah.
Not really.
I honestly got nothing.
I don't
Yeah,
really
it-
have anything to really talk about here.
It's another form or another iteration of Tetris 99 just with Mario. It looks fun, but at the same time there's not a whole lot to unpack with this. I mean, we'll definitely play it. It does look like another good time waster like Tetris 99 was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like good for Nintendo for actually like adding this to the membership like you were saying. Like just giving people more incentive to actually like be part of this because they're again making strives to actually fix this thing. So
Like, again, I think that's the major highlight of everything, like the fact that it's part of the membership, like the whole idea of kind of having this weird Mario Kart feeling with the roll dice and all that, those other things. Like it looks niche enough to be its own, to be worth another run through of the most played game of all time. But
Yeah.
so at the same time, the fact that it's technically free with the membership, or if you go to the trial, like even if you get the trial, you get it. And like, okay, that's a good thing for something that otherwise was probably not gonna even be worth $1.
yeah, exactly.
And the next thing was, oh yeah, then we have, so you guys like toys?
real life Mario Kart, man.
Okay,
Like,
this one I have shit to talk about, but I'm gonna let John take the mic first.
So here's the thing. In the beginning, like me being the giant Mario fan and the feeling of being 7 years old again, this is another example of me being able to feel like I'm 7 years old because I loved RC cars as a kid, and I've always wanted like a Mario RC car, and I never got it. So like stuff like this, it's super neat. Like it's again taking the aspect of augmented reality, which not a whole lot of companies have been like striving to, do stuff with, and now
Yeah.
we see Nintendo actually like wanting to take advantage of it and bring something that people have talked about for the longest time, which is like in-house real life Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so in all honesty, I think I will enjoy it just for the simple fact of like, yay, it's RC cars and I can build tracks in my own house. Like kids are gonna love it, but adults are gonna hate it. It's gonna be like the adult's worst nightmare.
Yeah,
And
because
probably pets as well.
yeah, because you're definitely like the major thing, like at least from what the trailer shows, is that okay, you had the car, like the car is technically your game, like your control, your everything,
Yeah.
like alongside the Switch, which is the actual screen. How, but then you use your house as a course, which is I think is gonna be parents' worst nightmare because again, any kid with that lives in a house with more than one floor, are gonna try to do something with that shit. They're gonna try. They're gonna try.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
if you
no,
if
I'm
you
just
if you live in an apartment complex, you're kind of you're kind of screwing yourself because there are going to be a lot of people that are gonna hate you
Dude,
because of it.
I'm going to say this right now. There's going to be so much creativity that people are going to be doing with track ideas, and just like also go based off of what John said. I feel like that kid again. No shit, dude. That thing is gonna make me a happy lad. But here's the problem with me. I'm surrounded by carpet. I don't really think it's gonna fly where I live, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's gonna be some like I know for a fact there's gonna be somebody who's gonna make like a real life Rainbow Road shit, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And
ab- oh,
I'm
absolutely,
going to fucking
dude.
look forward to seeing that because hot damn, like also seeing the footage where it's like you can actually use items and it'll stop the opponent's RC. Families are gonna be fucking destroyed.
From
I mean, families are going to be destroyed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
from what I saw, the only ones that are actually like physical toys are Mario and Luigi. Like the
Yeah.
Goopalings and everything are just NPCs in the Switch.
Yeah.
So like
But you can bet a couple of dollars that they're getting ready to release new characters. Like I was actually showing this to my mother and she was like, oh, "Will I be able to get a Yoshi?" And so
oh my god.
so my family is already like one of my family members is already in love with this concept. So to say that I'm looking forward to it as well, my family is also going to be looking forward to this one. So I'm
Understatement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Understatement. Yeah, no, I haven't actually shown my mom any of it yet. I've talked to her about it, but I haven't shown her any of it, and I want to see how she reacts to it.
Yeah, like the only thing that I showed to my mom was the main attraction that we'll get there in a moment. But like, and she was just like, "Well, how are you gonna do that?" Because just a fun fact for all of you, like my fucking Switch was stolen because fuck my life, but whatever. Like this thing, going back a little bit on the Mario Kart stuff, this looks neat. Like for me as somebody that like like on one hand the salty kid inside me always wants this kind of augmented reality or even virtual stuff in physical form because again like I'm just here like okay I want to support this product just because if Nintendo sells well with this, Konami's gonna try to do something like that. And we're finally getting virtual reality Yu-Gi-Oh games. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a but,
Hey,
but
Dude, that would be sick.
no,
that would be.
like, but again, this thing looks fun. Although, like, it seems, and it also seems like the major toys, like the key ones that you don't want to break, are the go karts, like Mario and Luigi, and the track. The little tracks that are gonna be here and there apparently
Yeah, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5
Yeah.
checkpoint posts. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
the things that you definitely want to break. And actually, like going back and looking at the trailer, it looks like you can actually change like the display of those boards. Like it doesn't have to be like those static images. You can actually change it into a volcano aesthetic, Arctic. Even Mario Brothers 1, like you could basically have a track inside your house that resembles Mario 1 or
Yeah.
Rainbow Road. So going
Yeah.
back to Anthony's thing, like yes, people are absolutely going to make Rainbow Road with this product, and I sure as hell am probably going to be one of those people as well.
yeah, no, no.
Of course.
Dude, for sure, John, you better fucking show me when you do that, cause
Oh,
dude,
absolute-
I, that's a necessity, dude. I don't even need to ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it. Like I will absolutely like make a video of me making Rainbow Road in the house.
Mhm.
Montage.
Like, and it does. It definitely looks like it also the whole like apparently like some kind of custom games because you can kind of get your go kart to be a little sticky, like with slow mo or something. Like
No, that's actually to make the track.
okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
and again, we get some niche thing like just like the quiz, like some merchandise, and
this 35th anniversary pin set, I want it.
yeah,
I'm a
true.
sucker for
Wait,
pins
the
like
pin
that.
set?
It look,
Wait, the pin
yeah,
set?
there's a pin set. So from September 3rd to March 31st of 2021, if you do missions in My Nintendo, you are able to get the Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary pins. So it's basically like all the renditions of Mario in like that classic art style. So from Mario, Super Mario Brothers all the way to Mario Odyssey, and they look fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The
Yeah.
one thing I say that I think would be a good thing for Mario to do is I think they need to maybe try and come up with a new simpler style for Mario at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, how much can you simplify something like Mario?
Have you
How do-
seen the
how do you
Mario
say-
and Luigi box set box art?
Well, yeah.
That.
How do you? Yeah,
Mhm.
but think about it. The most simple I can get with Mario is the new Super Mario Bros. Series.
I'm just saying,
Not
like,
even-
get rid of the chin. That's basically it. It's like round him up a little bit more.
Maybe like round them up like the nose in Origami King.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. That'd be terrifying.
And also like again, I don't know if any of you even care about Mario Kart Tour, but those 8-bit skins, man, like they look
Oh no!
they look so Sonic Robo Blast looking shit.
No!
They
You
They
correct.
look
You
so
correct.
they look so out of place, but they look so fun.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm-
It absolutely is Roboblast 2.
Like the again, like just going quickly because of again for the sake of it, like they also get the Super Mario Maker event that we're gonna get in November, which is like I think you're gonna be able to download certain stages or something. I don't.
No,
it's a
It's
speed
a
course.
speed run. Yeah. It's
Oh,
made
okay.
by I think it's made by one of the developers for OG Mario
It's like-
Brothers,
it's
if I remember
like
correctly.
Ninja or something like that.
Yeah.
And because it's another part, it's another one of their most popular IPs, despite the fact that they almost dumped it in the trash. The fucking Splatfest, getting another one.
Yeah.
Again, remember when they were done? Remember? Because Nintendo doesn't. Although,
Apparently.
like the keychains look fine. Although
Yeah.
the star one drives me up the fucking wall because the ink is like that's not in the fucking star. What are you doing? That's not in the.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. It's not like wrapping itself around the star. Like it looks just like a straight up paint splatter. But the T-shirts that they have on the Nintendo store, those look sick.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I would actually wear those. And then I think
Oh,
it's
for sure.
and the next thing is like Super Mario furniture coming to fucking New Horizons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God, it took Nintendo long enough to actually like put their IPs into Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Again.
And it's no surprise that we're getting Mario first, but I'm still waiting for all the Zelda furniture. So
Look, I'm waiting for the Metro ones because the ones in New Leaf look fucking great.
true that.
uh,
Other than
Man,
that,
I just want some Paper Mario stuff in there.
dude, that would honestly be pretty cool if they got Paper Mario stuff.
I mean, it will be nice to have some more of Paper Mario, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Like in like the next and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure we already got fucking Mario Monopoly. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's Mario Monopoly that already exists, but I think this is for Monopoly Gamer. I think.
Yeah.
It's a more specialized Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Because
and
Although-
like
you go.
the other one was actual just Mario, like the Mario World Monopoly. This one is like, I think it's just different iterations of Mario.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Huh.
But the Mario Jenga looks interesting because I love
Oh, yeah.
Jenga, and something like this would be pretty interesting. Like I
Yeah.
want to see how Super Mario Jenga would work.
Mm-hmm. like we got a toy. Like, okay, I really wish that is the NES one also with that NES Lego build, or is just the TV and the cartridge?
No, no. Actually, the TV is you can build the TV and the NES out of Legos.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just like, is that in the package or something like I don't know, but
I
like,
think it's in the package.
Yeah,
okay.
it's all in there. It's all in there. It's
I
like
hope so.
Legos can be broken down into a pretty small box.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to get the Mario Lego set because,
Oh, same
again,
here,
me
but
being 7 years old, I would love to assemble stuff like that.
Dude, I wish I would, but I live in a house where sometimes we get kids over here like every weekend, like every other weekend. So
Num num
Oh, and-
Lego.
oh, and they would-
that thing ain't gonna last.
Yeah,
Num num
will.
Lego.
they would absolutely destroy the Legos.
No,
Or
no,
even the
hospital.
NES.
And
No,
here's another reason why I
Yeah.
stopped getting Legos. So this is why I stopped getting Legos. Every single time they would come over, they would destroy it. Who the fuck do you think they are? They think that I'm actually gonna freaking rebuild that shit? Hell no.
Yes.
I can't. I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for that.
You had the patience to build it in the first place.
Yeah, I was about to say like you built it once, you can do it again, Ben.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you this: Have you ever has your Lego Death Star ever been destroyed?
I don't play with Legos.
I've never
I'm not
had a
virgin.
Lego Death Star, so
Well,
yeah,
shit.
me neither. Yeah, so I can't I can't relate to something like that.
Yeah, and then we're just building this fucking hype train, but for the main one. But was it All Stars not on the SNES already?
No,
it was not. This
was
is
not.
this is what I was alluding to earlier, dude. I'm actually so happy they brought it back. Oh my god, I grew up with Super Mario All Stars, so I had like the all-in-one package. I'm so happy it's brought back because I love the visuals that they had for it.
I get why they didn't do it the way I'm about to say, but I really wish we had gotten like either through this one or when it originally came out on the servers. I'm really unpleased, for lack of a better word, for the fact that we're not getting the updated sprites for Mario World. Like the fact that
Yeah,
we're
no, agreed.
like I'm always like, what's so wrong about like again maybe not for this one because it'll be redundant since Mario World is on the SNES Flex, but why are we sticking with the original ROM instead of the one with at least the change in sprites for Luigi? Like
Give him his neck back.
Yeah.
I don't. Again, it's a very huge nitpick, and again, adding that version of All Stars would have been redundant to an extent. But I'm just glad this is a thing. Although it also makes the NES Flex a bit more redundant than it already was.
Yeah.
Because again, maybe for authenticity feeling, but why the fuck would you play the NES Flex versions instead of the All Stars version?
The charm of
guess
the NES.
just-
Yeah.
I guess like the charm of the NES and the nostalgia.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I can't
Makes
even really
sense.
say nostalgia because I never played the classic Mario games until like fairly recently, like I want to say like 4 years ago. But like even then, I never played the All Stars version. Never. I just really prefer the aesthetic of the NES games and how they feel. It just feels different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Like, again, there's been an argument of whether or not Lost Levels was nerfed in the SNES version, because like especially because again, at least you can tell when some elements of the stage actually look different. Like if you like, there's a whole hidden block in castle texture that's easier to tell in the game in the SNES version. But
Yeah.
like, has anyone again? Like, I'm pretty sure you guys, most of you have. Like, I know John did, but All Stars have like experience with that one.
I've played All Stars a lot.
Okay.
I
Like
have
that
not
was
ever
that was the
played
way I
All-Stars.
played most of the games.
I didn't play much of All Stars simply because like I didn't have an SNES in my house. I actually had an OG, so I'm like Anthony. I'm just so used to playing Super Mario Brothers like the old-fashioned way on that NES controller, and just looking at the aesthetic
hits
of the
different.
8-bit games. Yeah, it really does hit different. Because when I saw like the sprite works for All Stars, I was like, wait, what the hell? What's going on here? Why does it look so different? What?
There's so many
Why?
colors. I don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. There was like way too many colors. There was just Oh, it just hit
Plus,
differently.
It might just be me, but I don't know. The Mario's model as well, and the All Stars version. You can't mix SNES with the NES in terms of those games. Like,
Yeah, no.
they had the charm of being super simplistic but expressive at the same
Yep.
time. But they
Mhm.
were way too expressive in the SNES All Stars version.
And then you
it
go
was-
to the Game Boy Advance and you're like, what fucking voice acting? And you're like, why?
Dude, no, and that's what I mean. And it was extremely apparent in Super Mario Bros. 3. Like when I didn't play much of All Stars, but I played a little bit at a friend's house, and oh boy, I couldn't get past the first world in 3. It was just so distracting. I just couldn't fucking play it.
Hmm. I can
Understandable.
I can see that.
Although it was the first ever time I got to play the Lost Levels, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but
So,
uh,
so the thing is, I actually just wait quickly while you guys were talking. I went and grabbed my actual physical card of it.
Wow.
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 Damn.
I've had this since childhood, boys.
Oh my
Dang.
god. All right.
Dude, I'm pretty sure. Dude, I'm so glad because most of the games that I do have, this is off topic, but like most of the games I do have, yeah, no, those are the OG games that I've had since fucking 2 years old, even.
Yeah. But yeah, no, dude, I'm actually really hyped for All Stars just for the nostalgia factor.
Mhm.
Well, it's out on Super NES right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but we're busy right now still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you right.
All
You
right.
right.
Like I'm just like, I mean, okay, before, because again, as soon as we jump into that one, we're gonna actually show why this is the gray line. But again, the fact that you have all of these games, like almost again, like because then you have Mario Kart, you have Smash, you have Odyssey, you have the new Super Mario, you have the NES compilation, you have the SNES, as well as the arcade version if you want to go for the arcade archives of Mario 1. Like, the Switch is becoming the real way to play all of the Mario games in an official way that actually supports the company. Because,
Yep.
again, like, some people, again, we can always go with the whole, like, oh, well, and if you play on the Visual Boy, you can get the extra stages in Mario Brothers 3 and shit like that. You can also get it on the Wii U, but why? You have all these ways to enjoy Mario in one console. Like, that is surreal on its own because, again, unless you had a homebrew on your Wii, there's no console that really has this much Mario in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
You right.
But with that said, this thing is not perfect, and we're finally touching on the major event, which is Super Mario 3D All Stars. The leaks, which again it was a topic of discussion, like again technically ever since the conception of the original Mario All Stars. Like as soon as like the idea of collections, it was a thing. Like hell, in fact, just a little bit of a fun fact. Because again, like my family will always try to support the kid. And they gave me like a pirate platinum GameCube. Like my GameCube has the microchip, and like but
Wow.
and again like
Wow.
I always condone the support the official release and everything. Like nowadays, like even when I was a kid, I wanted the original disc, not that purple shit. However, one of the things that you could do was the whole idea of collections was nothing new to me, even by that point, because there was this one guy that sold a disc that had strikers, baseball, and tennis in one disc. It was it was a weird compilation, and it was definitely a hack, like of course, but it is possible. Like this thing is it's completely doable, and I'm glad that it is a thing. However, why don't you guys start with your thoughts on Super Mario 3D All Stars, like on its own? Like, how about you, Anthony? You go first.
In all honesty, I didn't actually think that this would happen, but at the same time, I also knew that it would happen eventually, but I didn't think it would be on the Switch. But okay, in terms of the actual games that are going to be on there, starting with Super Mario 64, Mickey knows this. I'm not too fond of the game, mostly because I never got the chance to play it, correctly. The only time I ever officially got to play it was on the Wii eShop, and I played with a GameCube controller. I've never had more difficult time playing a Mario game with a GameCube controller ever. It just didn't fit well at all.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to give it another chance because it's on the Switch, and because of that, it's why this is the game I'm most excited to play. It's not Galaxy, but it's Sunshine, and I can't stand Sunshine personally. But I've always told people whenever the subject is brought up, if there's ever a Mario game that I think deserves a remaster the most, it's Sunshine, because I feel like it's probably the most split Mario game in my opinion, and I hate a lot of elements in it. I really do, but I'm willing to give it another chance in this 3D collection because I don't know, some things maybe might be improved, or maybe it's just a shot-by-shot remaster, which I'm totally fine with. Although the game that I feel like I'm least going to enjoy, ironically, is Galaxy. I feel like there's just some things. I feel like there's just some things in Galaxy that you kind of need the Wii remote for, and it might not. I don't think it's gonna feel. I don't think I'm gonna feel the exact same way using a Joy-Con as the pointer. You know?
Actually, I wanna butt in real quick. That I was watching Game Explain. No, that's optional.
It is.
It's optional.
Well, yeah, but also, like, how am I actually gonna use a cursor to get those star bits off the ground? Because
It's probably gonna be the one of the other sticks or something.
Or control of touchscreen or something.
Or the embedded gyroscopes.
Maybe.
And like
but
with the gyroscope, you can just flail that across the screen.
Well, again, like that's why I feel like Galaxy might actually have some difficulties to it, where I feel like a lot of people are just gonna be so used to the motion controls from the Wii version that it's gonna be hard to adjust to whatever they're gonna do to it now that it's on the Switch. And at first, I was just like, damn it, they didn't put Super Mario Galaxy 2 on here. Like, why not Galaxy 2? And then I realized, why am I complaining? I like 1 better than 2.
They should have gone with the whole package and gotten 2 at least, because it's got Yoshi.
I mean, they should have, but like at the same time, like I understand, but Jesus, I wish that they just went a little bit overboard. Like, even if it needed to go on 2 cartridges, like split, Galaxy and Galaxy 2 on a separate cartridge compared to 64 and Sunshine, I'd be okay with that. But I understand why that they cut Galaxy 2 out. I mean, let's be honest here. It's kind of just a really big expansion.
I mean, it was like the code name was Galaxy More beforehand. The code.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure. So
yeah.
But,
Go ahead. Sorry.
But I'm just gonna say though, like, I feel like out of all the games, I do feel like Sunshine has the most potential. I feel like 64 is gonna play safe, and I feel like Galaxy is going to be one that fans are still gonna love. After all, it's Galaxy, and Galaxy is probably one of the probably a lot of people's fan favorites, maybe even #1, and Galaxy 2 of course. So, with that said, I feel like Galaxy fans might not get exactly what they thought for, and I'm saying that as a Galaxy fan, I don't really think I'm going to get exactly what I would want, but at the end of the day, it's still Galaxy, and I'm looking forward to it regardless. I want to see what stuff they're going to do different, and if we're getting, like, somewhat of a deluxe treatment, unlikely, of course, but if it's a thing, I'd be so down for that. I honestly would be so down.
All right, Mickey.
So, okay. I have a good history with both the Mario 64 and Galaxy. I've never played Sunshine. That is the main reason I really do want to get this as well. I think I'm actually more optimistic compared to Anthony on Galaxy because the thing about Galaxy is they can think of a way to actually use the pointer without doing the Joy-Cons. Because not everybody's going to be using a Joy-Con. It's not fun always using the Joy-Con. Especially with the drift that they give.
Yeah.
Sunshine's going to be a pain in the ass.
The fucking sandboard, dude, like with Joy-Con drift. Like you
Oh,
are.
I wasn't even
no.
thinking of the sandbird.
Okay, no, this is something that one of my friends told me. The pachinko mini game.
Yep.
That shit is gonna give me fucking.
Yikes.
Oh, God, I'm not
Yeah.
ready for that. I'm not
Yeah.
ready for that, but I still stand by what I said. But I think that Sunshine has the most potential.
Yeah. Let's just hope they're smart enough to not have you be forced to do the motion controls.
Oh yeah, please, for the love of God.
Because that could be a little bit of misinformation. I don't know, or something like that. But anyway, no. 64. I do kind of wish they did 64 3D, or at least had that attached on. Because here's the thing: this game, it's not even 6 gigs.
Yep.
Like the amount of size it is. They use their really good compression method for the Switch, and put these all together. Because you remember Mario Odyssey and how beautiful that is? That's 50 gigs. But that's because they compressed it like hell.
No, it wasn't even that, if I recall. Like, it was very small, like that, like to the point where again people talked about like how the fuck did you make all of this in like less than a gig, if I recall.
Actually, hold on. Let me look it up right now because I'm right here for that. Let's see, Mario Odyssey. Let's see.
Yeah, it's
No,
5.7 gigs.
5.6 gigs. 5.6 or 5.6 or 7 gigs. Yeah, it's not even 6 gigs.
What?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like and
Yeah, no,
and-
they
and I
they have a
think-
compression method.
And I think, I think that size was the one that the Galaxy had in the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
But all right, go on.
But no, I think they could have added Galaxy 2. They could have added Mario 64 DS. Heck, they could have gone in and added some of the other Mario games that like are a part of the. Actually, no, there's not any other major 3D ones that I can think of. But no, dude, I need to get the money to get this like right now.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, same. I want to get this. And here's another thing. I didn't expect this shit to come out so soon.
They've been working on this. They've been ready.
Yeah. Again, like I'm pretty again. Well, whenever the leaks fucking mention something, I never believe them. Like I have been hurt in the past multiple times, like by reasons, but like when the idea of 3D All Stars was again, I saw something like that when people were pirating the fucking GameCube. I completely believed that this was possible. So like again, I'm gonna save myself for later. But Mickey, go on.
I really don't have much to say. It's like I'm really excited for this and how quickly it's coming out. They were prepared. They're just like we're done with it. We're just gonna sit here and make you guys tantalize over it.
All right, Jonathan.
So, you guys, for those of you here in this call, you know me. I am a skeptic, Sandra, and I tend to not believe a whole lot of leaks because, like AGM, I have been burned by tons upon tons of leaks. So I am a skeptic when it comes to stuff like this. And the whole idea of 3D Mario All-Stars, I wasn't even thinking of something like that. Like that was just something, it was just like, okay, this has been talked about for the longest time. It's not going to happen. But when Mario immediately when Mario said, "It's me, Mario," and then it cut to Mario 64 and the press plus, all that skepticism was gone, and I'm like, it's actually real and it's actually happening. My God. So its mere existence does give me a lot of joy and stuff like that. But at the same time, like I'm still a little scared and hesitant behind it. Because again, we could have gotten Mario 64 DS, like that uprising and stuff like that. But I get it, like a whole lot of people are more used to that N64 style, which I myself I do love the N64 style. But again, it just boils down to preference and stuff like that. So in terms of Mario 64, it's Mario 64. You can't really do much to screw that one up. The only way you can screw Mario 64 up is to not have Mario. So I think
I mean, you can get away with it if you put Luigi there instead.
Yeah.
yeah, well that's the way that DS got away with it, is because that it added fucking Luigi, it added Wario, and it added Yoshi. It added replayability. So I think in this bunch, I think 64 is honestly the safest, and at its high resolution, like the pixels and everything do look nice. But again, it's one of those safe things. I'm just like, oh, sick, Mario 64, it's coming. And then when you see Sunshine, you're like, wow, they're really bringing back Sunshine. Of all Mario games that you would think would never come back in its lifetime, fucking Sunshine. So this is, in all honesty, I have not played Sunshine since I was probably, I would say, maybe 7 to 10 years old. Like, I haven't gone back to Sunshine in a hot minute. So I'm curious to see, like, if those thoughts in my brain of me being that 7-year-old kid absolutely loving this game, trying to finish it, are still there, or becoming that person of like, yeah, Sunshine is okay, but it's not the best one in the series. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Sunshine,
It's not.
it's really not, but there are a lot of things to enjoy, like the mobility that Mario has with FLUDD and stuff like that, the aesthetic.
Oh no, yeah. Oh no, yeah, totally.
The game's gorgeous.
Like, the game
Yeah,
is.
The only problem that I have with the game itself, and this is actually not even a game problem, this is actually a me problem. I'm a fucking completionist.
Oh, here we
You can
go.
imagine, so you can. No, I'm not going on about it, but I'm just saying you can imagine the pain that I dealt with just to get a fucking postcard.
Yeah.
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 I wanna say this real quick though, bro. The speed running community are probably going wild
Oh yeah, they're going absolutely
Oh,
nuts
dude.
right now.
because
Not this
think
game.
about it. There's gonna be a whole new set of glitches.
Mhm.
Oh,
I wonder-
Oh, yeah,
I wonder which version's gonna be
absolutely.
the better version to run now.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
I still think the original GameCube might actually be the still speedrunning go-to, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe this game will surprise me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Continue.
And then the last one of the bunch, the one that actually made my heart stop, the one that made me realize this is a real thing, and to get even more excited, was obviously Super Mario Galaxy. And I will continue to say this to my grave. Super Mario Galaxy is my favorite game of all time. I remember like going on my laptop and just watching like the concept videos of Super Mario Galaxy being at E3, Mario running up that giant walker boss, and just seeing more and more of this game. And when I finally got the chance to play it, I was just in so much awe. I was just having so much fun with it. So,
Yes.
in all honesty, I'm not as like scared or hesitant with Sunshine, because I know I'm still going to absolutely love Galaxy. And in terms of like control schemes and stuff like that, I know people are like a little scared and a little hesitant because of motion controls and stuff like that. But here's the thing. One Mario game actually got away with it, and it's Odyssey, because you can still play it with Joy-Cons or a Pro Controller. And Galaxy is proof. Like, you really didn't need the Wiimote and Nunchuck. It was just how the controllers were laid out. Like, you definitely needed like motion controls to spin around. But with Odyssey, like, you could just press a button and throw out Cappy. So I'm willing to bet if people are like hesitant to play with motion controls, I mean, I'm not. I'm obviously going to waggle them Joy-Cons. But if people wanted to play with a Pro Controller and stuff like that, they can easily just press the button and do the spin move. And then, then in terms of cursor, I'll have to look at like different games in the Switch's library because I know they can easily get away with it. Like they don't need like the IR camera that the Wiimote had. I'm trying to remember some other games, but I know they can easily get away with the whole cursor system and picking up star bits in that way. So there's a lot to look forward to in this package, but the thing that has me hesitant and looking back at all this stuff, if you guys actually like go back and analyze a lot of the stuff that's happening in the trailers, specifically Sunshine and Galaxy, it looks like they took this footage and ripped it from Dolphin.
Yeah, I'll bring my thoughts in a moment, like because I have something related to that. I got something related to that, but you go.
I do have one thing to say about Galaxy really quick, and I know that John's gonna freaking agree with me here. Dude, I'm ready to fucking bawl my eyes out to Rosalina's story again.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Absolutely.
and up-res quality too.
Oh yeah.
Dude, no, I'm gonna still say this. No game has broken me as much as that fucking game has in terms of Rosalina's story.
Wait
Yeah,
for Final Fantasy VII Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Part 2 is going to destroy people. Absolutely. So
Fuck off.
so the whole thing about like, you know, the upscaling the 6.9 16:9 ratio for Sunshine, and I think for Galaxy as well, and just the uprising compatible with 2-player Joy-Cons, there's a lot to look forward to with this package, and I'm very glad it exists because again, being that skeptic Sandra, I thought it was never absolutely going to come out. I mean, yes, we're still not getting Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I think if there's enough demand for it, Nintendo will probably be willing to give us Galaxy 2 in some form or another. Maybe it's paid DLC or maybe it's free DLC. I mean, I'd hope to God it's like, I hope to all gods it would be free. Like, you purchased the 3D All-Stars, here's Super
And-
Mario
and
Galaxy
it-
2.
Dude, one thing
And
that
yeah,
I
you'll never be able to pay for it after March, which I still find absolutely stupid because they can make bank if they continue after that.
Here's the
Absolutely.
thing with
They're
me as well.
losing money.
Here's the thing that I just actually thought of on the spot, like right now. But if we did get a Galaxy 2, like if there's actual high demand, and if the game actually plays good with like Pro Controller or Joy-Cons, whatever you prefer, we might possibly get a third.
No,
one?
no, no,
I'm just
Don't.
thinking.
no.
Uh,
I'm
don't
just
do that.
thinking.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Don't give him
Don't give
hope.
me hope.
I know
Don't do that.
it.
I'm
Don't
not-
give me hope.
I'm just-
Don't do
it's
that.
Just a thought. It's just a thought.
The thing
Take it
that
with a
the
grain of
thing
salt.
that the thing that gives me hope is going back to fucking Bowser's Fury in Super Mario 3D World. That's the thing that gives me hope because again, Odyssey's whole gimmick was that like there's more mobility, there's more stuff you can do just as Mario. But here's this mobility enhancement, which is Cappy. So Bowser's Fury, I feel, is going to be the precursor for putting back power-ups into Mario platforming.
Yeah, or again, like to, because again, like before I bring my own stuff. Sorry for interrupting here. Like, it's the major aspect of why can't we just have a mix of everything? Like, again, at the end of the day, the 3D series isn't bad. Like the 64 formula, again, Mario Odyssey, and the 2D games are also fun. It's just that again, like they got a little stale, and they tried to go with a different approach with Mario Maker, but I never felt that any stage had that sense of charm, and it shows that again, like it's easier to make a hard and fun Mario level than it is to make a fun Mario game. Like even
Yeah.
like even a 2D one, at least to be more precise. So, but again, continue.
I've just to round out thoughts in terms of 3D All Stars. I am like absolutely excited. I honestly don't feel like I have any negatives at this point, but if stuff starts popping up that's gonna make me go, then please believe I will be posting about this. But I just don't have anything to complain about at this point because again, it's Mario 3D All Stars. We're getting an up-resed version of Super Mario 64. Awesome. Sunshine is coming back. Even better. Galaxy is coming back.
Yeah.
Mind
dick fell
explosion.
off.
Yeah, exact.
My
Yeah, my
dick fell off.
my dick straight fell off. Moved to Canada. Like
Hey.
I'm honestly very excited. I'm still a little hesitant in regards to like. I really hope this is good because again, you want the stuff you like to be good. So I
Yeah.
really hope this does justice to these games.
I really feel like it will, though. Like, in all honesty, I feel like these games, especially since a lot of the systems nowadays, or games for that matter, are kind of hard to come across nowadays. So now this opens the door for like the new generation to finally play these classics. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and
So-
for those who missed out, case in point, Mickey, who missed out on Sunshine, he now has the ability to
He
play
now
it.
has the chance, and me who
Yeah,
missed
if I
out
can
on
get the money,
64,
yeah.
and me who missed out on 64 now has the chance.
Yeah. I want to say this. I did just have a revelation on why Galaxy 2 wasn't done. They
Why?
want to test the waters with Galaxy 1. They
Uh,
want to see how one, it will pan out on Switch, and two, just how people will accept it. Because I just realized something. With Yoshi, you have to use the pointer a lot more.
yeah,
Yeah, you do. You do
Oh,
have to
for
use the
sure.
pointer
Like-
way more.
that is a major thing to consider, like because Galaxy was more of a taking advantage of what the hardware and software was available. Meanwhile, Galaxy 2 was supposed to again embrace what Galaxy 1 did. Again, like Yoshi had a lot of pointer. Technically, a couple of the power-ups relied a lot more on the motion controls in Galaxy 2. Like there was a major focus. Like Galaxy 2 feels more like a Wii game. Meanwhile, Galaxy feels like an enhanced upgrade of a GameCube, which is technically what the Wii was supposed to be to begin with. But like it goes onto that. Like again, like and that's part of why I don't like the whole argument of why couldn't this game be here. Like again, like just like Mickey said, this thing is not that big in terms of storage and everything. At the same time, it's not that simple to just program games for completely different generations with completely different mechanics and completely different formats into one game to make sense between each other. Like you can't because some you can bring up the Mega Man collections. At the end of the day, those are 2D games with specific button inputs, and that's it. And the Sonic Gems collection, again, a little different mechanics, but even then, that's why some people enjoy some games more than others. Or hell, like Mario All Stars. At the end of the day, it's 2D platform. It's 2D platform no matter what. That's why the only one that got changed in Mario Maker was 3D World, because that had like the mere aspect of different power-ups was enough to make that its own level format in the game. like
Yep,
so
also the clear pipes.
yeah, like something like that. Or again, Boomerang Mario. You can technically have Flower Mario in new, new 3 and 1, but you can add Boomerang Mario in the other ones, or like just simple things like that. Like there were certain limitations within what you can do in Mario Maker that and every time you try to do something more specific and you change the like again, let's say that you have the propeller. If I recall, that is in the new Super Mario format in Mario Maker.
Yeah, that's
Look,
a new.
Again, let's say that you put that and then you try to change that level into Mario 3. That's not gonna work. Unless
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really not gonna work.
like
No.
and so it's a bit harder to add Mario Galaxy 2 because the gameplay was like added more than enough stuff to not make it fit with a console that is not gonna be always supposed to be motion control. Like it's not that simple to the point where either we might get it as an extra thing. I highly doubt it because this. Again, I'll get to that a bit later, but you continue, John.
Nah, I'm good. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm still even more excited.
But you're giddy.
Oh yeah, I'm giddy like a schoolgirl.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, you guys pretty much brought one side of the situation. I'm gonna bring the other side because again, while I am completely thrilled for this thing and it's gonna motivate me enough to get my Switch again, like I'm gonna like there are a couple of arguments we're having because some motherfuckers on Twitter, you know who you are, have arguments to say. Some are asinine, and others actually make sense. Like first of all, the whole pricing. It's $80 apparently.
In the U.S. it's 60.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 60.
Okay, 60, like, and then you have a situation regarding regions. But I have my rebuttal for that is, how much does it actually cost to get all three games in an official way?
$20.
Like
The-
$20.
Mario
Like,
Galaxy,
yeah, and the collection.
like Mario Galaxy costs $20 on the Wii U eShop. Like first of all, then you have a Mario 64 for $5. Okay, that's 25. Like just try to look on Amazon for an official print of Mario Sunshine. That shit is on the hundreds.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to get a copy of Sunshine for only $30 on Amazon, but still.
But again, like even on that regard, then we're still saying that it's not as like the gap between this pricing and the one that it takes to get them officially like as their own is not as uncanny anymore, or it's not as uncanny as people think. And even then, you're adding the whole aspect of like the only people that will feel that this is a scam are those that have the copies on the respective consoles with the respective consoles to begin with.
Yeah. I wanna butt in for 1 second. When Mario, I'm pretty sure when Mario Galaxy first launched, it was a $60 game.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, definitely. But what I'm saying is that it's not as easy to like buying this thing is not as easy to get Galaxy on the Wii U, Sunshine on the GameCube or Wii, and 64 on the 64 or even 64 on the DS. Like
Yeah.
like this is good for those that have the Switch. Otherwise, like if you had the other stuff, then yeah, why bother? But that's the point. By that point, you're not the demographic that they're trying to reach. They already took your money.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
seeing this as well. Apparently, the soundtrack comes with the games.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. That. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. The fact that you can play that fucking thing.
Dude, John, Galaxy soundtrack.
Oh my god!
Like,
just
just
being,
all
able,
of
just being able
Galaxy-
to listen to all the Galaxy soundtrack, just like on the Switch. Oh,
Dude, I'd be so down. Dude, let me fall asleep to freaking Cosmic Cove Galaxy.
Oh my
I am
God,
so
yeah.
down.
yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
Like okay, there's that, and then like so like that argument on its own. Like there are things to debate on that, and again, the only ones that might not get benefit from that are those that already had the games on the respective console when they came out. And you bring up the whole dolphin part. I can actually go
Yeah.
I can actually go even further. The fact because yeah, by this point, the only people that can really be down for that, and it's technically us, but it's the people that are buying it for both the novelty of having this collection and also for loyalty to the company, like as consumer loyalty. Because
yeah,
if you are saying that like those are saying like, oh, these are not the best ways to play the game, you're right. There are better ways to play these games through piracy. At the end of the day, yeah, like, oh, the Mario 64 thing looks exactly like that. And like, yeah, because that's what it's supposed to be. Like that mod that people are working on for the Mario PC version, that shit was not supposed to be made to begin with. That shit is like
yeah.
Yeah.
Mario 64 on PC was never supposed to exist.
like
I
with
will also say for the dolphin
yeah.
argument, yeah, I'm looking at screenshots and yeah, it does look ripped off of dolphin. But here's my rebuttal for that. Like, yeah, on one hand, you don't really have to pay for the games for dolphin, pirating, and that's fine, that's okay. But I'd rather pay $60 not just because I'm loyal to the company, but because I don't need a fucking $2,000 gaming PC to freaking run the shit.
Again,
You don't even need a $2,000 PC. If I may interject about
yeah.
emulation and stuff like that, you could just get like a $500 one and run Mario 64 on 64 EMU.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
But-
like,
but-
for my PC, it's still pretty kicked in, but I can barely like get it across like 1080p for Super Mario
Yeah.
Galaxy or some shit.
But the reason why I brought up the whole dolphin argument was that if you look back at Sunshine, where Flood has like that water gauge and stuff like that, and it says press X to switch to that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna use GameCube controllers for this collection.
It's
Oh.
funny you say that because somebody did bring that to my attention on Twitter. Like, I was like, everybody was just like, "Yo, dude, like, they might add GameCube controller." I was like, I don't know about that.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
I-
fair, the GameCube the GameCube model of the Pro controller exists, so like there's also that. There's so
Yep. I have one.
yeah, same.
But the thing is, it just still concerns me because again, it looks like it got ripped like straight off of high res Dolphin.
Oh no, totally. Like again, I did notice that. But what I'm saying
So-
is that, sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say like it concerns me in the sense that like I don't feel like this is like the version that we're going to be getting. I feel like we're gonna get something different, and they're just like they're either refusing to show it off properly or they're just holding out something different.
Again, we'll have to wait and see about that. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because, yeah, like if you want like the best experience of that, the best experience of all those 3 games, then yeah, go get them on fucking, go get the PC version on that with the 4K if you're onto that for with the fucking Polygon game, like or get when Dolphin with 4K that has that for Mario Sunshine and Galaxy respectively, like as well as the modding community, the hacks, like all those things. Yeah, there are better ways to enhance it, but that on one hand that's not the argument, and also that's not what people were asking for it, and that's my next argument. People wanted this, and now but because they didn't know exactly what they want, now we're going here. Like and it sounds very condescending, but again, you were like, with the exception of the whole argument of Mario Galaxy 2, which again, like thinking about the programming and stuff is not the consumer's responsibility. I agree with that. Like if they cannot make it, then it's their fault. At the same time, okay, we're still getting those 3 gameplay styles in one package. Like at the end of the day, Mario Galaxy 2 is Galaxy more. Like it's more of that style plus Yoshi if you want to, and you're still getting the Sunshine gameplay. You're getting the Galaxy and the original, the one that started all in terms of 3D, is also there. And just like I said, that console technically has all of the fucking history of Mario. It has all of the gameplay style at the very least. So like that
Except strikers.
Yeah, except strikers.
Sorry.
the point being, like, is that the argument of whether or not these things are the best versions to play the game is not the argument, because as soon as that shit came to PC, it was never the console. Again, there's a reason why most people always say that PC should rule over consoles. I personally disagree because of certain arguments about that. That's a topic for another day. Meanwhile, like, this is important because it's a way to again bring all of it into the Switch. Like Nintendo is kind of saying like, no, the Switch is gonna be the console, like the way to play all of these games provided by us in exchange for money. Yeah, of course, we're a company. What the hell? But,
yeah, exactly. We need money to operate our company.
Yeah,
Stupid
like
asses.
Well, we know how to get your money.
yeah, like, exactly. I mean, there's also that, but like that's why again there's an argument of with all those things. Like, yeah, the PC version is better of all 3 games. So is technically about everything as soon as the Switch emulator comes in. Like that is a very clear thing. But again, the pricing is technically fair if you're talking about official supporting or official purchases of these things. Again, Mario Sunshine is very expensive, and unless you have a Wii U, you really cannot get properly to play 64 and Galaxy anymore. Like so like this is technically a way to bring back all those things in a more reasonable price if you don't have these consoles or the means to play them anymore. Beside again PC gaming, which again I don't want to go too much into the whole piracy thing, because I always think that again, like when you have the the chance to do it, you're gonna do it. Like it's just
Yeah.
like that's just the reality of the situation. But if you want the whole idea of having this thing on the on probably the most accessible handheld possible, because yeah, you have the whole UFO thing, but I don't even know if that shit came out. Laptops are not as accessible as some people may give them credit for compared to the Switch. Like there's just a lot of reasons why this, if you don't have the games to begin with, or at least not anymore, this is the best way to do it. This is the best way to consume Mario in one method. Like yeah, like so again, for those complaining about that, I get it, but it's not just like I said, just like the whole point of the show is not as black and white as people think.
And
Yeah,
just like Mickey said as well, like it doesn't mean that we might not get a Galaxy 2, because again, just to say again what Mickey said, they're possibly just testing the waters to see how good Galaxy actually performs on the Switch, to see if they're ready for a Galaxy 2, if the demand is high enough.
Yeah. One thing I do want to go back onto the whole emulation thing about what you're thinking it's Dolphin. I think it's not, because, John, when you were talking about when they announced the collection, you saw press start. That's in the Mario 64 font.
Yeah, it's in the Mario 64 font. It does say press plus, but that's
Yeah,
that was for Mario 64. Again, people have already like up-res Mario 64 to begin with. Like people have created like higher resolutions for Mario 64. But for Sunshine, go ahead.
What I was saying is they're probably trying to keep it as close to aesthetic details. Like it makes it faster for importing in general. And yeah, so like they could have maybe even gone in and hired or grabbed the guys that upres the original stuff on Dolphin and like whatever. But I'm saying this, I don't think it's Dolphin just by the sheer fact that at the beginning of the announcement for 3D All Stars, they had the Press Plus.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, because like you don't see anything in Galaxy, but to be fair, there's not really button prompts in Galaxy, so
Yeah,
I mean, the only button prompt is technically flat, if I recall.
yeah.
And maybe some
What is-
beep presses when you're talking with the fucking chuckster. That shit is gonna traumatize some kids. I mark my words.
Fucking yikes.
Wait, what's
Also-
gonna traumatize?
Chucksters.
I'm a
Ah.
chuckster, bitch.
Yeah. But no. Also, I wanted to. Oh.
Oh, ayo.
Heyo. I also wanted to say real quick is the Lakitu button. It's still yellow.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
there is that. But yeah, but like with that said, like I think we covered all of our bases. And well, join us next time, I guess. And like I don't have a segue for this. I don't like. We'll leave it at that. Okay. So like, any final thoughts, you guys? Any final?
My dick is
Wow.
moved to Canada.
We're always in a gray area.
I'm a simple man. I see Galaxy. I say take my money.
All right. Which one of the three are you? Did your dick fell off, or are you just a happy man? We'll see you next time on the Great Line, where we'll right and wrong at the same time.